Hey guys! Welcome to Turkish series stars. Every twist and turn is in this video, so stay with us to the end. Before we dive in, hit subscribe and share the video so more people can join the conversation. Thank you. Two titans of the screen, Hazal and Çağatay Ulusoy, are back in the spotlight after years of relative quiet between them. But this time, it isn't about a nostalgic reunion or a sweet throwback to their early careers. It's a heavier storm. One that started with a brand new film starring Hazal and swelled into a controversy big enough to shake social media to its core. The movie, praised and criticized in equal measure for its daring scenes, exploded into the zeitgeist from the moment it hit a digital platform. And then, like clockwork, rumors burst open from behind the curtain. According to whispers that spread like wildfire, Çağatay watched the film and was stunned. Caught off guard by the intensity of certain moments featuring his former screen partner. The two once lit up the small screen in Adini Feriha Koydum, and their on-screen bond, a staple of early 2010s television, continues to fascinate the tabloids and the fans who grew up with them. Just when everyone assumed old questions had finally settled, a fresh accusation thrust their names together once more. If the leaks are to be believed, Çağatay only learned about the edit after the film went live on the platform. He then allegedly spoke up, protesting the production team's decision to remove specific scenes, a reaction that was interpreted in a dozen different ways and amplified by endless posts and reactions. The conversation spiraled quickly. Was he defending the integrity of the movie, or was he challenging boundaries he felt had been crossed? As the gossip machine revved up, fans fractured into camps, and timelines filled with heated debates. Hazal, meanwhile, has stayed tight-lipped, keeping her focus glued to the film's reception and insisting privately, insiders say, that the work should speak for itself. The director has taken the safest route, no direct comment at all, not even a brief statement. And in a twist that seems to happen only in this industry, the storm only pushed the movie higher up the charts, as murmurs of bans, takedowns, and last-minute edits made it even more irresistible to curious viewers. The numbers just kept climbing. Film critics stepped in with sharp takes. Some argued the uproar had less to do with the content itself and more with the legacy of these two stars, whose chemistry once anchored a series that shaped an era. Others called it a perfectly timed publicity lightning rod. Those close to Hazal say she was stunned at first, surprised that a project she'd carried so carefully could ignite such a fire. For her, those boldly drawn scenes weren't added for shock, but to push the story where it needed to go. The argument spilled beyond the movie, with too many people dissecting the dynamics between Hazal and Çağatay instead of looking at the film's heart. Soon enough, the old clips returned. Social media dusted off unforgettable moments from Adini Feriha Koydum, and captions rolled in like waves. He didn't object to these scenes years ago, some shouted, pointing to on-screen fervor from a different time. But the counterargument came just as fast. Sources close to Çağatay insisted the rumors had been blown far out of proportion. According to them, he never demanded a removal or cancellation. He simply said certain sequences might be too intense for general audiences. That nuance didn't slow down the spectacle. In the tabloid world, a single sentence can morph into a thunderclap. Meanwhile, the digital platform's executives watched the surge in astonishment. They had not braced for such a tidal wave of attention. The film smashed viewership records in a matter of days, and an industry full of cautious planners realized they were riding a storm they didn't predict. One question rose louder than all the rest: what is going on between Hazal and Çağatay? The gossip pages began to weave a larger narrative, hinting that the timing was not accidental. There were whispers of a new project that might put them side by side again, and a theory emerged that this entire fuss could be an opening act, a carefully seeded prelude to a colossal reunion nobody wanted to spoil by confirming too early. Neither side has put out a definitive statement. Hazal is said to be laser-focused on the film's journey, and Çağatay, true to his private nature, has steered clear of a public back and forth. The silence only feeds curiosity. A veteran columnist summed it up in one neat line: "They're two of the biggest names we have, and the simple act of placing their names together sends ratings skyward." Being a talking point follows them like a shadow. Just as tension began to plateau, a fresh leak jolted the conversation. An anonymous member of the team behind the film confided to the tabloid press that Hazal was shaken by the initial wave of reactions and worried the noise might blot out the movie's message. But as the days passed and the audience flocked in greater numbers, she reportedly realized the controversy had built a bridge to people who might otherwise have ignored the release. "I'm standing up for my art," is the line being passed around her circle, resolute and unyielding. For Hazal, this isn't a diversion, but a defining chapter, a fearless portrayal anchored by a woman's inner life, told without apology. She doesn't want the shouting to drown out the heartbeat of the story. For Çağatay, the picture looks more tangled. People close to him have been unsettled, not only by the pushback the film received, but also by what they believe these scenes suggest in the public eye. Their bond, shaped on set all those years ago and sealed into memory by millions, is something he knows can't be treated lightly. Why fuel a narrative that could bruise both sides? And yet, the very caution he seems to favor has fanned new accusations online. Some say he should support Hazal unequivocally, others fire back, asking if such audacity on screen was necessary. Hovering above them all is a massive fanbase that has dreamed of seeing them together again. To those fans, everything unfolding now reads like a preface, the universe lining up the pieces for a comeback. The director remains a ghost in the conversation, resolutely silent. Industry writers suspect that's the whole strategy. The less he says, the more people fill in the blanks themselves, and the more the film's presence grows. That bet appears to be paying off. The platform where the movie lives has broken past milestones, rewriting its own records as the storm continues. Then came another rumor that tossed fuel on a roaring fire, a gala rumored to be led by Hazal, complete with a carefully curated guest list and buzz you could feel through the screen. And tucked amid the names, one invite allegedly delivered right to his door, Çağatay. If he walks that red carpet, it would be the first time in years the two would stand within the same frame for the world to see. The speculation machine kicked into overdrive. Sources say Hazal is already preparing with meticulous attention, wardrobe, styling, the posture of someone who refuses to shrink herself for anyone's comfort. Word from inside her circle is that her red carpet look will read as a manifesto, an artist protecting her work, come what may. Yet for all the careful planning, the energy behind the scenes is reportedly electric and tense. Even the guest list, that simple piece of logistics, became a flashpoint between both camps, insiders claim. The addition of Çağatay's name stoked new headlines about a possible confrontation under the soft lights of a celebratory evening. There's a theory stretching across talk shows and gossip blogs that Hazal's team wanted exactly this, to direct all the cameras at one intersection, guaranteeing that whatever happens, an embrace, a glance, a neutral nod, would dominate the conversation for days. As for Çağatay, the whispers are split. Some people say he'd rather avoid becoming a prop in a narrative he hasn't authored. Others insist pressure is mounting on him to step forward, that he's being advised to either attend the gala and settle the story with a single appearance, or to release a carefully composed statement that closes the loop without fanning new flames. Underneath the surface, it's emotional in a way raw numbers can't capture. They are two artists who came up under intense light, who learned about fame and expectation while the country watched. Their names carry memories stronger than most storylines. So when the audience sees a film like this, when they read about cuts, protests, decisions overturned or defended, they don't just think about a movie. They remember the characters who made them cry, the chemistry that seemed to leap off the screen, the seasons of their own lives marked by a show that put Hazal and Çağatay on the same path for a time. And that's why this moment won't untangle itself quickly. The film is still expanding its reach, still attracting new watchers who want to decide for themselves whether the daring scenes are necessary, excessive, or essential. Each day brings a new comment from a critic, a clip resurfaced by a nostalgic fan, a question hurled into the trending column. The platform has leaned into the tidal wave with soft-spoken confidence. Executive chatter, we hear, is focused on letting the audience arrive at their own conclusions while quietly celebrating the metrics. As we approach the gala, the city hums with the anticipation that only a will they want they moment can create. Stylists update racks. Journalists hover around guest entrances. Fan pages draft posts in advance, ready to hit publish the second a camera captures them together in the same frame. Some predict a brief, professional acknowledgement, no drama, no theatrics, just a nod to the past and a salute to the present. Others, bolder in their dreams, expect a surprise announcement that they'll share a set again soon, that the whisper of a new collaboration wasn't wishful thinking but a breadcrumb trail. For now, neither has broken the silence with a definitive yes or no. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll let the moment play out, letting images do what words can't. Maybe Hazal will stride down that carpet sending a message with every step, this is the story I needed to tell. And maybe Çağatay will decide to keep the frame empty, writing his answer with absence, urging the audience to let the work stand without old narratives crashing the party. Or perhaps he'll appear after all, turning down the volume of the rumor mill with a measured presence that says everything and nothing at once. Whatever happens when the lights rise on gala night, one truth is already set in stone: their names, side by side, create an energy that the industry can't manufacture, only chase. Whether this cycle results in a reunion or remains an echo of the past, it has reminded everyone how potent a shared history can be. And how easily art, memory, and speculation get tangled together. We'll be watching. And so will you. That's the story for now. If you enjoyed the deep dive, don't forget to subscribe to Turkish series stars and share this video with fellow fans who have their own theories. We'll bring you every development as soon as it breaks. See you in the next one.